YouTube, it's your boy JV, and we're here again with another Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Today we're going to be going over Scarlet Witch, my girl Wanda. Just want to go over her kit, how to use her abilities, and how really you should be using her in terms of a playstyle altogether. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below if there's anything you guys want to see in the future, and then of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So Wanda is a DPS character. She was really like insanely strong in the beta, and then after the beta she kind of, she dropped down a little bit, and in the wrong hands, she can kind of be not very good. You'll probably see her used a little bit more in lower rank play. Doesn't really get used too much in higher rank play, but she's still a lot of fun to use. So if we start off with her kit, her main attack, so I hold down left click and she does this ability here where she does like chaos damage, and you can kind of hit people from a decent distance away. You can see here, like, it kind of stops. Let's see, I'm all the way back here and I'm still hitting somebody. So it's pretty cool in terms of damage. It doesn't really, a lot of people would say this isn't really too much damage. When you combine it with other teammates putting in damage, though, I mean, it does the job. Now her right click, she throws like a spear of chaos energy at people, which kind of allows you to poke, which is pretty cool. And you get these 4 bars that come across the middle of the screen. Now in terms of, every bar that gets fully charged is another one of the chaos spears that you can throw, but they charge up kind of slow. Now the way that you can charge them up faster is by using your left click. So you can see as I'm doing more left click damage, not even getting kills, just getting left click damage, I get those symbols filled back up. So what you want to do is technically, like, as you're playing, you want to right click, left click, right click, right click, left click, get it back, and it will feel like you almost have like infinite tosses that you can do. So as long as you're just mixing in your left clicks as you're tossing the right clicks, you'll be in a good place to put in a good amount of damage. Cool is that, just so you know, the right clicks can land from pretty far. So you see I'm pretty far off from the fight right now, and I can toss these and do pretty good damage. Now the only, like I said, the downside is that you need to be involving your left click to get it recharged. Now let's talk about Wanda's shift ability. So when I hit shift, she becomes what looks like to be invisible, and allows you to kind of use this as an escape and get away, or enter into a fight. Now even though we look like that on our side of the camera, to our enemies it would be some red dots that appear that you can obviously tell is her, and you just like reappear in air. It is very easy for the enemy to keep track of like where you go. So don't make the mistake of waiting till you're at like 1 HP and then using it to like back out at that moment there, because a lot of Scarlet Witches will get destroyed off of that, because like I said, it is pretty easy to track. So the way you'd want to do it is, you want to, when you're engaging and you're in your fights, you'd want to like mix it in between so that you don't take as much damage, but you're still outputting the same amount of damage and they're getting lost in terms of like where you are. Or using it to get to hard to reach places. Like as an example, like if I want to get the high ground, I would just shift up and boom, I have the high ground above them, and if I need to get out, I'm getting out and then getting back to my heals. So Wanda's E ability, she shoots out this spear, pretty much it slows people down, so it looks like this. You can either press E to detonate it sooner if it's taking too long. What you'll notice though is that it doesn't do any damage. It's really just a slow ability. So like if we use it on, oh, hold on, my bad. So we use it up here on this guy, you'll see what I'm talking about. So he's coming through, I toss it, he keeps trying to move forward but he can't. It's holding him in place, but no damage has occurred. So you'd want to definitely use that when you're throwing that down. You want to make sure you're maximizing those moments of that character not being able to do a single thing. But in terms of like how you'd probably would mix that up would be, if you get hard shoved by somebody and you're trying to not die, the first thing you'd probably want to do is want to throw your E and then toss your bombs at them, do damage, and then shift out. That's mainly what you'd want to hold that down as, is when you're getting pushed by somebody that's definitely would have the chance of putting you down pretty easily up close, especially if a tank's diving you like a Venom or Thor, and you don't want to just waste your shift, and maybe you want to turn the tide and use this as like a moment to get an important frag, you could do something like that. Now to go over Wanda's ultimate ability, which it's pretty good, it just takes a long time for it to activate. She screams out like chaos, and then she does like this nuke of explosion that kind of like occurs. So like you'll see I do this, a lot of time in between before it blows up, boom, and I got all three. And this robot was pretty deep out here. It's got a decent radius in terms of what it can hit. The downside is really how long it can take for it to go off. So like in higher level lobbies, like people can kill you before you even finish getting it going. So this is something you want to be aware of. If you have a Magneto on your team, have them put a spear around you, or some people will mix it up with Jeff, and like Jeff will eat them and then bring them to the middle of the team area, and then like after it's been activated, she'll get shot into the air, and then she'll do her ultimate at that moment. So it's just something you have to be actually mindful of, or it will just wind up feeling like it's a waste. Like if we count, like watch, I click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I probably counted a little fast, but that was like 5 to 6 seconds before that even like went off. And it was very obvious that like she was going to do her ult. So you just want to mix up your playstyle with her. Make sure you're tossing these spears of chaos at people, using your left click to get those bombs back, as you can hit from any distance, and that will really be what does your chunk of damage and allows you to really melt people. And then use your shift ability in between the fights so you don't take up as much damage, and don't just always wait until you're 1 HP. And then for your ultimate ability, just realize that it can take a little bit of time, and try to coordinate with your team to just make sure that you can get it off without dying. But that's pretty much it in terms of things to know for Wanda. If there's anything I missed or anything you guys want to see in the future, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next guide. Peace.